Crayfish business is a very enjoyable business that can help you pay your bills and also help you stay stable in this economy without losing your sanity. Measuring crayfish is very tricky. It can be so tricky. If you master the act of measuring crayfish, that means you have saved yourself 50% loss in crayfish business. Let's give example with the bag of 7. That's a quarter bag. Mostly crayfish are measured from the riverside in a basket. The buyers now go and dry it. After drying it, then there are loaders that load it in that 7 custard. Over time, they realize, or by people's review, they told them that okay, this bag used to contain 7 custard. 7 custard. If you are lucky or they loaded well, you get 7.5. So most people, if you buy crayfish, sometimes if we buy crayfish, we get 8. Sometimes you get 7.5, but mostly it's 7. So if you get that 8 or you get 7.5, you are lucky. But it is not mandatory for you to get that amount in that bag. Most people buy crayfish, and if they buy crayfish from me, they don't know the rubber to use to measure crayfish. You see this rubber, this custard rubber, it has like different types. It has like 3. There's one that have 3 lines. There's one that is just looking big. There's one that looks even bigger than that white paint rubber. A custard rubber and a paint rubber are different things. Most times, if I sell crayfish in custard rubber to a customer, then they will go home and remeasure it in a paint rubber. After measuring the paint rubber, then they will snap it to me. I'm going to show you the picture of one that I sent in custard rubber. Most of the reviews I get in people remeasuring, they get the same quantity in that paint rubber. You have to get that same quantity. You buy in custard rubber, you remeasure in paint rubber. While a paint rubber contains 3 mudu, a custard rubber, it contains 2.5 mudu. So you cannot compare these two, because a half mudu can fool that one that you remeasured in your paint rubber. So if you have to know if you are starting a business like crayfish business, you have to know the rubber to use, so that you will not go and do bonanza, or you go and do a hoof to some people. Because there's one of my customers that bought crayfish from me. She bought a whole bag. So instead of getting 28 to 30 custard, she got 19. So she didn't want to tell me, but the thing disturbed her. So she called me and said, Umar, I don't understand this crayfish, how many custard? Because I got 19 instead of even 20. If it was 27 she got, I would have said okay, it is a mistake from the loaders, but she got 19. So I told her that okay, she should snap the rubber that she used and send to me. Lo and behold, I realized that she was using a paint rubber and she was selling it in a custard price. The most annoying thing is that one of the customers that came on board, she bought 1 custard, and when she went back home and measured and saw that it was not a custard but a paint, she called her immediately and told her that she need 3 extra rubber. So that means she knew that the woman over measured it, but she didn't told her. Instead, she went and called people to buy. So that is wickedness. So when I told her that okay, this is how they measure crayfish, you either use 2.5, you use mudu to measure a custard, or you use a custard. If you don't have custard, better start with mudu, so that it will not confuse you. So if you are starting a crayfish business, you have to master the act of measuring. If not, it's going to frustrate you. You are going to you even think like okay, this is not the right business for me. This is not the right business for me to start. We are not saying that there is no losses in crayfish business. So there is. Every business have it has a point where you lose. There are some points where you gain. But crayfish business, if you master the act of measuring, you have solved 50% of your problem. So if you want to start crayfish business, learn how to measure first. Don't rush into any business without knowing how that business run. If not, you will think that maybe the person that bought you buy from you has cheated you or something. If anybody buy crayfish from me, I will tell him, okay, are you starting this business newly? If the person say yes, I will say, okay, this is how you will do it, so that you will not come back tomorrow and say that this woman cheated you, oh, she gave me 5 custard instead of 7 custard. So you have to learn this. If you learn how to start, if you learn how to measure crayfish, if you master the act of measuring crayfish, then you are good to go to start crayfish business. Thank you, and God bless you.